Hello ladies and gentlemen, Michael here and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a update to Smite, kind of like a, well, it's actually a patch notes video basically. I got a gameplay. It's a really long gameplay because it's a pretty decent big size patch. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. First off, there is a new god, Hercules. Of course, you know, anytime I'm going to do a update, normally there's going to be a god involved. New god, he's starting out, you can get him for 11,000 favor for approximately the first 2 weeks, and then he'll drop down to the 5,500 favor. The gem price is not expected to change in the near term. I can't quite remember how much he is in gems, but he is pretty interesting. I've played against him. I haven't played him, but I've played against him. He seems kind of interesting. I mean, the only encounter I really had, I had 2 encounters. You'll see in this gameplay, it's kind of toward the end, or maybe 3 encounters. He hits me a few times with a few different things, and he also, me and 2 other gods completely gangbang him and kill him within a few seconds. And he is apparently a tanky type, but who knows. So let's get into the first thing. His first ability, which is going to be his number 1, is Driving Strike. Hercules drives a mighty strike, driving all enemies back and stunning them for something, for 0.8 seconds for the first thing, and then it levels up as you go through. The highest level, once you get it to full leveled, is it stuns them for 1.2 seconds. If Hercules is at or below 50% health, increasing with focus up to 1.7 seconds. So basically, if he's below half health, his health regen is going to bump up, basically. Anyone hit by the blow takes a lump sum of damage. It starts at 80 at your first level, and then 280 by the end. And then it also it also bumps your physical power up by 60%. I'm assuming right after you use it. And it's got a cooldown of 14 seconds. That's his first ability, his number 1. Number 2, let's get it done. Earthbreaker. Hercules smashes the ground, sending a shockwave forward that does a good bit of damage, a little bit less than Driving Strike. I mean, I don't know if y'all really care about the numbers. It starts out at 60 and it ends at 260. That's, you know, taking away their health, basically. And then it also bumps up your physical power right after for 50%. Enemies at the end of the shockwave are thrown in the air towards Hercules. So you'll see this toward the end if you pay attention. He actually hits the ground. You'll see the ground crumple, and then you'll be ejected up and toward him. It's pretty interesting, actually, and it's really good for a trap or, say, anything like that. Let's get to the next one. Migrated Wounds. When Hercules activates this ability, so it's an ability, not a actual. Well, it's his number 3. Some big numbers. I'm trying to see the damage taken in the next 4 seconds is returned to him as health over the. Okay, so apparently over this time that this ability is working, that it starts out at 30% and it ends up at 130%. For every percent of health that he took during that time is returned to him. Is returned to him in the next 10 seconds. So anything within the 4 seconds of it working, any damage taken to his body is returned back to him in the next 10 seconds. Pretty interesting. That also has a cooldown of 12 seconds. And the number 2 has a cooldown of 15. I'm not sure if I completely got that. And his ultimate is Excavate. You'll also see this one if you pay attention to the gameplay, which you probably should because it's actually kind of good. It starts off a little slow, but I'm playing Cupid, by the way. If you couldn't tell by now, I'd hope you'd be able to tell by now, and also probably by the title of the video. Although, then again, no, whatever. So his ultimate, getting off track, his ultimate is called Excavate, and basically what he does is he erects a huge boulder out of the ground and throws the boulder. This starts off at 200 damage and ends up at 600 once you've fully maxed it out. Physical power and knocks back all enemies where the boulder lands. The boulder continues rolling, does 50% damage to all enemies in its path. Subsequent hits on the same enemy does 50% less damage per hit, and it's got a 90-second cooldown. So basically, if you're hit by it and you keep getting hit by it each time it hits you, it's going to reduce that damage by 50%, but still, that could really hurt you. So that's pretty much all about Hercules. I will be trying to get a gameplay with him, but no promises there. So, new skins. There's a new skin for Freya. I'm going to try and put this over the video right here. And then there's another Hercules skin other than his basic one, which I'm going to put on the screen right now too. Gonna try. Not really sure. Let's see. The stat system has been removed from the game. Individuals are no longer purchasable, or stats are no longer purchasable in the item store. Future releases may introduce alternative methods to allow the players to further customize their build while in a match. So basically, that little stats menu that was in the little buy kiosk, it's gone. So, yeah. Match of the day is now available to all players, whether or not you own the gods required by the mode. Future gods will be available to play for everyone. So basically, anyone can play the match of the day, even if you don't have any of the gods that are in it. You still get to play, and you get to play as a god you've never played before. Interesting. Ranked conquest matches are now restricted to level 30 players only. Interesting. Added live spectating with a built-in time delay. Who really cares? In Conquest mode, changed the neutral non-buff camp spawn time to every 100 seconds, down from 180 seconds. So basically, the random places you can attack, and it's just kind of it doesn't give you an ability. It just kind of gives you XP and stuff like that. They respawn now every 100 seconds instead of 180 seconds. Also, change the health on in Conquest mode. Change the health on larger of the neutral spawn camps Furies to 700. Okay, so it looks like the health on the camps, neutral spawn camps, down to 700 from 1100. A lot in Conquest mode, it seems like. In Conquest mode, practice and joust. The gold earning from lane minions has been reduced by 1 gold per minion. Oh no, we're all gonna go broke now. A new icon on the play screen now indicates which game modes are eligible for the first win of the day bonus. Win of the day bonus. This is really cool. It gives you extra favor for your first win of the day. Now, that means you only get 1 per a day, and you have to win. And it will tell you which game modes are available, which that day for the particular bonus, which is really cool. I get it at the very end. Once again, if you pay attention, which you should. While in the match, the name of the god you are playing will be displayed next to your in-game name chat. This is really cool. If you're watching me type in chat, or watching anybody else type in chat at the beginning of the video, you will see that it will show their player name and then show what god they are, which is really cool because it really helps out when they say, oh, I'm going to go left. Well, I have no idea who you are. But then you see now, oh, that's Al Kwong going left. Okay, cool. Let's see. Further improvements fixed have been completed for the gods screen. So when you look at the gods, there's some improvements there, apparently. Practice mode. Practice mode now grants the same gold earn rate as starting levels as joust mode. Interesting. There's a few minor bugs that have been fixed in the item store, so if you've encountered those, I haven't. They've probably been fixed. A maximum allowed stats have been modified as followed. Health is up to 5,500 from 5,000. HP 5 is down to 100 from 150. MP5 is down 100 from 150. Lifesteal is up 65 from 50. Did I say 65? Yeah, 65% from 50. I don't know why, I just couldn't remember that. Physical protection, 325. Magical protection, 325. Ground speed, 1,000. It was 600. Interesting. Alright, so we got a few new items, or item changes. Aegis Amulet. Oh, God, I butchered that name. Cooldown has been increased from 90 seconds to 120 seconds, so if you use that, watch out for that heightened... oh, what am I trying to say? Heightened cooldown. Rage. Reintroduced into the game. The Executioner, Spear of Magus, and Demonic Grip. That's a name. Is that actually... Is that two? The Executioner and the Spear of Magus? Still, that's a... Okay. Okay, so it looks like they're saying the Executioner, Spear of Magnus, and the Demonic Grip. Okay, I thought it was all one name. I'm like, gosh. Now acts off of total protection instead of base protection. Hydra's Laminate passive now works on total physical power. Now showing correct passive icon. Alright, and we got quite a lot of changes, so I'm gonna go to gods. I'm gonna go a little slower on these. So basically, Anubis, passive. Alright, it's Sorrow. His ability now steal physical protection along with magical. Sorrow, I believe. If I had to think. Oh gosh, if you just heard that. My bad, I just dropped my phone. It's good though, it didn't crack. I have the iPhone 5, by the way. It didn't crack, so that's good. These things are strong, actually. Oh, is that a dent? Oh, poop. Alright, my bad. Duration that protects or stolen has been increased from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. His passive now grants him 30% reduction in reduction to crowd control durations. Alright. I don't really use Anubis that much, so I can't really tell you too much on that one. Ao Kuang, the dragon, if you did not know. His Slither, which I know is his 2, which makes him go faster. I think it's his 2. It's the one that makes him go faster. Additional movement speed based off of nearby enemies has been removed. Focus contribution has been increased from 35% up to 50%. That's a good bit of an increase. He is now immune to slows for 1 second after activation. So, after you hit the 2 and you're starting to slither away, you have 1 second that you are immune to slows. Fast Step. Don't use her, so I can't tell too much about her. Razor Claws, which I know is one of her things. Physical power contribution has been decreased from 35% to 25%. Ninetales. Focus scaling now approximately functions on all ranks of this ability. Previous ranks 2 through 5 were lasting a full 3 seconds independent of focus. Sorry, I can't tell you much more about that because I've never used Fast Step. Bakasaur. His Instable Hunger. This ability no longer scales off of focus. Attack speed per kill is increased from 2% to 3%. Each kill also gives 5% run speed buff for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Eat Minion, which is where, you know, he eats the minion. The base healing has increased and no longer scales off of focus. Okay, I could tell you the numbers for how much it's increased, but it starts at 80 and it ends at 320. Movement speed buff has been removed from this ability. So apparently he got a little bit of movement speed when he ate a minion. And eating a minion now gives him numbers buff to magical and physical protection. It starts at 10, goes to 30. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, a god close to my heart, because I'm playing him in this gameplay. Cupid. His heart bomb physical power contribution has been changed from 60% to 100%. I'm glad for that. Anything to make him stronger, I will adore, because I like Cupid. He's I don't know why. I know he's only got two physical attacks, or two actual damaging attacks, but still, I really like Cupid. I don't know what it is about him. It's just his heart bomb is really powerful. His just basic attack is pretty good. And his ultimate, toppled on top of the heart bomb, and you just spamming the crap out of auto, will kill somebody easy. And then also fixed an issue where the second explosion was doing more base damage than intended. Darn. Freya, using Pulse and Eradicate together, no longer halves the damage bonus from each. Okay, I think that either buffs her or nerfs her. I'm really not sure. Right, no longer halves the damage. So it seems like it's buffed her a little bit. Callie, Blood Lash. Physical power contribution has been reduced from 150% to 110%. Frenzy. This ability now breaks all CC on Callie upon activation. Moving on to Loki now. Gosh, there's a lot of gods they've changed around with. Loki, his Vanish, the duration that Loki remains invisible has been increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds. You'll see I have many problems with Loki in this gameplay. I did not like him. He was mean. Aim Strike, physical power contribution has been increased from 80% to 150%, which explains why he was killing me so much. Odin, Ring of Spears, addressed a bug in which Ring of Spears would cancel unintentionally. Okay, if you use Odin, that's cool. I don't. Vimana, Sleeping Giant. The amount of physical protection converted to physical power is now 10% and does not increase with focus. Castle Fury. Vimana is now immune to all CC during this ultimate. The amount of regen per tick has been increased from 2% to 5% and no longer increases with focus. So a lot of focus dealing with him. Blanque, which is the newest god prior to Hercules. His base attacks was unintentionally shorter than other ranged gods and has been fixed. His Dead of Night passive. His passive now also grants a kill stack when the enemy is killed while stunned. Rising Jaguar, bonus damage against poisoned enemies has been reduced from 50 to 30%. Darkest of Nights, enemies are no longer stunned when they respawn during this ultimate. Okay, cool. Passive no longer procs with Vampiric, Shroud, and Hydra's Lament. So a lot of stuff, and a lot of new stuff, really. And some stuff's cool, some stuff's Hercules definitely looks pretty interesting, and I definitely will be trying to get him and playing with him. He does seem like he's going to be a pretty interesting god, so definitely going to try and do that. And let's see what's new. Okay, so now it's not so much patch notes as in just kind of what's new. This was a pretty long gameplay. I figured it was going to take a lot longer to go over all the different patch notes, but apparently not. I might actually attach this to not a Cupid gameplay. I might have to go back and get an arena gameplay and kind of mix match it to it. But whatever it is, it's going to be Smite, obviously, because it's over Smite. But stuff that's new about me, I got a new shock mount for my Yeti. I do have the blue Yeti. And I think that's just about the last thing that I'm going to get. I have plans for 2 more things. I plan on getting an HD PVR back. I think that was kind of a stupid move on my part to return it. And then I also am in the process right now of getting a new controller for my PS3. I plan on getting a Scuff gaming controller because I've just heard of how well they are and just the quality of them. So I need a new controller because the one I have is, if you can hear that, a little squeaky and getting a little loose. It's been banged around a few times. It's been just random stuff, not like raging and just like blah blah blah, nothing like that. But yeah, it's been a little there's been a few different things. And then let's see, that's new, so I was able to put it up on the stand now, so it's all, you know, fancied out, got a little pop filter and everything like that. So you got all that fancy stuff now. And then the controller and the HD PVR, because I mean, when I first had the HD PVR, I really I forgot about having Audacity, and the way I really like doing stuff is I don't care for commentaries like this. I don't care for sitting here and talking to a computer screen or a microphone, unless it's like a video where I can look at something and read something like a PatchNotes. But to sit here and just go off the top of my head and stuff, I'd much rather be playing the gameplay and doing that at the same time. So I like to call it live commentaries. And with the with all the you know, the HD PVRs, you can't really do that unless you have a third, not really a third party, but a different software, which I was looking at quite a few different ones, but I've completely forgot about Audacity. And so yeah, I'm doing that now with my regular PVR, the Roxio Gaming Capture, which is, you know, great, but it's not the quality I like. I figure, even though I know I am a small, very small YouTube channel, I still like to put out the best quality I can. When I watch videos, I expect to watch in HD. Anytime I can, I switch up to HD, whether that be 720 or 1080. I have found that 1080 is kind of hard to put out on a 38-minute long video of Smite, or, you know, super long video of Battlefield or whatever like that. So I generally do 720 whenever I can, and what I figure, you know, if that's what I look for, I figure that's what other people look for too, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna do what I like, you know, like the golden rule, as per se: do to others as you wish to be done to you. I wish to see everything on YouTube, any videos that I watch, in HD, so I like to put mine up in HD. And I mean, you know, the Roxio Gaming Capture isn't horrible, but there's definitely some issues with it. I'm not sure if I want to go back to the Hapag HD PVR 2 or the Elgato. I know my friend across the street, he also plays and streams. He just got the Elgato, and I think he's liking it. I'll have to talk to him again to see if he, you know, how he really likes it. But I was comparing it, and the HD PVR, or the Hapag HD PVR 2 was cheaper than the Elgato, and that's probably one of the more reasons why I got it at the time, is because that was the money I had, was just enough to get that HD PVR. So that's that. And then also so in the, you know, the Elgato, I think, going off the top of my head, is about 180, and then the Hapag was like 160 or something like that. But because of this recent little work week I had, I have enough to do that now. Although I'm so bad with money, I get it and I immediately turn around and spend it, whether it be on my computer or my gaming or whatever. I just turn around and spend the money. But anyways, so let's talk about new stuff for February. I want to talk about the February thing because I have a little note card right here, and I had it set out. On Monday, I would do only sniper videos. On Tuesday, because of the class I'm in, and I have a class it's a computer class, and the teacher likes us to know what's going on. So what she does is every Tuesday and Thursday, and she has us look up news articles, and we have to, you know, kind of share them with the class. And she'll come around and grade them to make sure we're doing them. But basically, we have to go out there, find something that was on the news, and just share it, whether it be the wackiest things. Like I know today there was a snake that had gotten up in a plane or something like that. It was on the outside of a plane, and as they were flying, they saw it flapping around out there. They recorded a video. They thought it was alive, and then unfortunately when they landed, it had died because it was underneath a flap or something like that. And it's just random stuff like that. So I plan on doing that Tuesdays and Thursdays. Was kind of like a news, kind of like a commentary over Call of Duty video, Battlefield video, whatever. I haven't done Battlefield in forever. And then on Wednesdays I was gonna do a Smite video. On Thursdays again would be news over some kind of gameplay. Fridays would be a Minecraft day, and then Saturday would be a toss-up between Kerbal Space Program or Battlefield 3. On Sundays, I was going to do like a week wrap-up, kind of like a talk about the week, talk about newsy type stuff that happened over the week, you know, big things, and then also, every once in a while I was planning on, because I recently did kind of, I don't want to call it a montage, because I think of a montage of like a gaming clip to where you've put together gaming. I know I named it trailer because it's kind of like, hey, look at this is a trailer for this server. But I recently did that, and that was pretty interesting. It was pretty fun too. But I definitely want to try that with Call of Duty and see if I can make a decent montage. Unfortunately, I have to get clips for it, which I am not too well at. I can post up a pretty good score of, say, in a game of domination, I think a higher to mid-high, average really good game for me. Not really good. An average decent good game for me would be like a 27 and 8, or high 30 and maybe 7 or something like that. And you have the super good games when you're playing with your friends and everything's just hitting on all cylinders, and you go something stupid 70 and maybe 12 or something like that. Those are really cool gameplays. But unfortunately, when I'm doing that, I normally aren't getting montage clips. I'm getting I'm getting kills. I'm not really getting montage clips. I'm kind of staying back and doing my part to kill or whatever. But that so I have to get stuff for that. So I'd like to do that. But I do plan on putting out a video every single day of February. That is one thing that I really want to do. Is I want to go a full month. I know it's the shortest month of the year, but I want to go a full month of uploading once a day, every day, and maybe even twice a day, some days, but at least once a day, every day, for a month. And then if I find out that that's easier than what it sounds like, then I will hopefully carry that on throughout and keep doing that. Obviously, I would have to go in it. I'm going to do this in advance. I'm just going to get a bunch of gameplays together. I know I've kind of set out how many I need and everything like that, and then I also have some backups, just in case. And then so like I would get a certain amount of gameplays for the news, and then I would save those up. And on that day, I would find out, I just pick one, see how long it is, and go into Audacity and say, hey, I want to make a video file this long and just talk about 5 different news stories or whatever. I don't know, something like that. For only sniper, I would maybe go a week in advance. Well, actually, I'm about to prestige in that, and so I'm going every time I play on that account now, I'm gonna record and I'm gonna upload it as an only sniper. That's the way I'm gonna do it. It's kind of like a road to commander, but only sniping. On Fridays, Minecraft. I don't know about that one because Minecraft. It's kind of gotten. I don't want to say boring, but it hasn't been as fun as it has been in a while. Well, I mean, if you get what I'm saying, like, it hasn't been as fun as it normally has been, or like in the past or whatever, when I first started playing it, unfortunately. Which is, you know, it's relatively to a new game. Randomly, I could probably, you know, pop up with some Daisy or whatever. But Fridays and Saturdays are the iffy days. I might do 2 days of only sniper, Monday, Friday of only sniper. I don't know. You know, I might do 2 days. Actually, I am thinking about that. 2 days a week only sniper would be pretty good. And then Saturday, you know, and then I guess on Saturday I could have a throw up of 3 different ones: Minecraft, Kerbal Space Program, or Battlefield 3. Or I could just go complete try hard and upload 3 videos on Saturday. One in the morning, well, kind of in the morning, whenever I wake up. And then, you know, 1, 3, 4 hours after that, or however long it takes for that first one to upload, and then I'll do another one, you know, a few hours after that, and then a few hours after that. I really don't know. Of course, this is all completely brand new to me. I've only been on here, or I've been only uploading for, I don't even know, a few months. So, somewhere at 40 something videos, which is, you know, it's really cool, and I'm obviously not. Obviously, no, I'm not giant and whatever, but it's just like a fun little hobby. You should, if you're out there and you sit at home and you just kind of sit there and watch YouTube or whatever. I know a lot of people don't want to say they do. Like, I mean, I'll admit I have. That's all I used to do, just sit at home, play games, and watch YouTube. So I figured, sorry if you heard that. That's a kind of notification. But so then I figured, and watching all these YouTube people, I'm like, well, why don't I do it? It's I still get to play my video games. All I gotta do is, you know, when I go to sleep, press upload on a video, and then in the morning, it'll be uploaded. And I can turn my computer off, and you know, it's just kind of fun, you know. I don't know. It's just it's a fun little hobby if you need one and you don't like wood cutting and wood burning because you could possibly hurt yourself. Nah, I mean, I've definitely tried a few different things, and this is really fun. I don't know how strong of it is. I mean, obviously you can't go into YouTube and, you know, you watch the major YouTube makers, you know, White Boy, Woody, you know, Wings, whatever, whoever you watch. And you can't go in there and watch them and be like, oh, they're making major money, I'm gonna do it too and make major money. No, I mean, unless you got some special knack to you. No, I mean, I know to sign up to be a partner, for at least the right way to be a YouTube partner, you have to have it's either 100 or 1,000 subs, and I think it's 100 subs and over 1,000 video views or whatever. And you can't have 1,000 videos. Like, you have to have some kind of ratio of videos, views to videos, and you know that can be quite difficult. I know. You know, I just made this kind of trailer dash montage thing, and it was on the server I play on. It was on their website, and you know, it got over 50 something views, but I didn't get any single subscriber. So basically, it's just people watching it on their website and not actually going to my YouTube channel, which, you know, kind of sucks. But, but I mean, you know, it's just whatever. It's fun, and it's a nice little hobby. And, you know, it's fun to sit here and, you know, play with videos and you know, making that trailer was just really fun. I know it's definitely not any high quality because I made it in Windows Live. You know, if I had Sony Vegas and I had a bit longer to work on it, I'm sure I could have made it almost. Obviously, I couldn't have made it, but it could be, you know, put out at a pro level, obviously. And you know, I'm working with Windows Live, and they kind of wanted it within a day or two, and then so yeah, it's definitely but it was I'm not knocking or anything. It was definitely fun. It was really cool to do it and to see the finished product and think, you know, you during the process of it, you know, you're flying around because I was able to fly, going around, finding different places to show off. You know, it's I know I got one person just going crazy like, oh, you're just flying around randomly and just showing off random things. No, I actually went out. I went round and round and round looking for places to shoot and to record. And I know it sounds like, oh, well, you took it too seriously. And I mean, you know, like I said, I like to put quality in my videos. I like to put, you know, certain kind of stuff. I like to be able to put special parts of the server. The server's unique. It's a custom biomes. And the person's, you're just flying around randomly. Why didn't you show more spawns? Spawns all you're going to be in for the very beginning. Then you got to go out in the open. Don't you want to see what's out in the open? I mean, you know, someone could show you your house and then not show you the outside, and you'd be like, oh, this is a pretty cool house, and walk outside and have no idea what you're into, or like, whoa, that's really cool. You see in the trailer, you know, you kind of like, oh, that's, you know, that's cool. I want to go play there, or whatever. I don't know. I thought my ideas are my ideas, and my ideas the best, especially in my videos. Don't come on my video and start hating. Make your own video. Then you can, in your video, you can hate on my video. There you go. As long as your video is better than my video. If it's not better than my video, I will laugh in your face. So yeah, so it looks like I have actually gotten closer to the end of the video. Probably right about now, you're seeing us gangbang Hercules, or maybe that already happened. I'm trying to remember back. Yeah, it's probably already happened. We're actually probably about to attack the Minotaur. I just want to say one thing. I was about to die, and I got the last hit on the Minotaur. I put the most whoop on that Minotaur, I think, personally. With my little Cupid shooting his little heart arrows, I think I deserve the kill. I wish they gave a special kill bonus for whoever kills the Minotaur. Like, the last hit on the Minotaur, the person should get a special XP or a special favor, like, you know, 50 favor, 100 favor, whatever, 100 XP or whatever, some XP, and whoever hits it last gets that XP or whatever. But anyways, that's my thoughts. This was my video, and that's probably the stats I think I did right about now. And so yeah, I think I built some pretty good. So thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a Smite video, a patch update, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Here's some videos you may have missed. On the left, an Only Sniper Black Ops 2 live commentary. In the middle, a trailer that I did for a server I play on. And on the right, a little bit more Smite if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.